One Piece, chapter 800, the big 800. I loved the cover page, by the way. It was funny as hell. This chapter was essentially clarification on the thing that Oda was trying to set up in the previous chapter. So if you had any questions or were confused about something, this chapter clears shit all up. The parent-child alliance is about to drink their own cups of sake, and Luffy's like, yeah, no, I don't want to do this. Even though he totally did it with Ace and my man Sabo. Offer denied. This is what Luffy does, okay? He goes to an island, he beats the main boss, and he makes friends. That's what he does. That's what he's been doing. So why is it surprising that after this, the longest arc in One Piece, which is Dressrosa, these people suddenly want to follow? It's like, that's what happens almost every arc. The only difference here is that people become friends with Luffy and they stay in their own respective islands. Another point here is that Luffy and Luffy's generation, but more specifically Luffy, has always been about redefining the way the world works. So how can that happen if he basically becomes the same thing that pirates before him have been? Another point is that for Luffy, being king of the pirates, Luffy thinks about the king of the pirates as the man with the most freedom. If you have more responsibilities, that automatically limits how you can exert your freedom. So he doesn't want to be the one who is constantly giving people orders. Because that's what the Yonko do, essentially. The Yonko have ships with their own Jolly Rogers, with their banners, and they're doing whatever the fuck the Yonko wants them to do. Luffy's like, no, I don't want that. It's funny because when Zoro started drinking the sake, I'm like, maybe these followers could fall under Zoro, but no, that happened. So they're still pledging their services to Luffy at the end, voluntarily, even though Luffy doesn't drink anything. Now there is a contradiction in some of Luffy's statements when he says, I don't want to be a big shot pirate, to be in charge of all these fleets, have an armada, that's not really me. The thing here is that it's kind of like a contradiction, and there is some irony to it. It's like, have you ever met people that are like very, very attractive, but they say and they think that they're not really attractive, and that kind of makes them more attractive? It's the same thing with Luffy. You can see that in Bartolomeo's reaction to this entire thing. He spends the entire chapter crying. So in a way, it's like Luffy, he doesn't actively seek power, but he gets it anyway, because he's humble in that regard, and he's a good person that tries to help people. So the relationship with these 7 pirates is oversimplified by Luffy. Essentially, it's like, I got your back, you got mine. If I need help, I'll call you up, you show up. If you need help, you call me. You bet your ass I'll show up. We get the after arc party, which at this point I thought was not going to happen, so that was neat. I mean, it was a nice ending to the chapter. Fujitora is bringing down the rubble, but he's not bringing it down on Luffy's people. Instead, he brings it down on the guy that we met gambling Fujitora in the early stages of this arc. And this is just to give you like a scale of how massive this rubble is. He brings down Pika's fucking legs. Fuji's like, take this as a parting gift, Mugiwara. I really can't pursue you. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. You have Sengoku on a gorilla going like, I heard that. I think if you pay attention to the artwork, okay, and how you see explosions in the background and the rubble falling, it's kind of like the rubble it's not really threatening. It's kind of more like confetti. So in a way, it's kind of like a celebration of the formation of the Strong Hat fleet. So it's a party, they start getting drunk, and Law's expression in that final page when he's like near Zoro is priceless. Anyway, I love this little text box that we got from Oda. It says, today 7 rogues declare themselves Straw Hat Luffy's underlings. They will be responsible for a pivotal occurrence in this age. Wow, talk about fucking foreshadowing there. I think I know what that is. I know what that pivotal moment is. It's the big battle. The Big Daddy. The great last battle of our time. The fight to protect the One Piece. I can't wait for that moment when Luffy calls these people on the Denden Mushi for support, and you see these massive fucking ships coming in behind Luffy to help him. Just imagine the giants showing up, just rowing this big ass fucking ship. Rah, rah. Then you have Tontatas coming together to form one huge ass Tontata like a transformer. You got Sai with the Navy, Bartolomeo with the fan club, Cavendish with his mental disorder. It'll be awesome. Get some Pirates of the Caribbean music up in this bitch. Unfortunately, none of these cats made the cut to become a Straw Hat, which to me is good because the Straw Hat Crew, if you become a Nakama, that means you are part of a family unit. And just think about it from a human perspective. You don't go around calling everyone you meet your family. I mean, you can make friends, you can make acquaintances, but at the end of the day, the people that you call your family, those are special. Like you don't find them in every arc. I thought it was a good chapter. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Maybe you hated it, I don't know. Like the review if you did, I appreciate that. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. Bye.